Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin! Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets!
Hello, I'm Lens McCracken, ace photo sleuth. I photograph crime scenes. A message to the punks out there. My pictures will nail ya, then the coppers will jail ya. Have a seat, Muggsy. I need your help in figuring out my latest batch of photos. Then, after we have all the clues, sit back and wonder as I bewilder you with my powers of deductive crime-solving reasoning. It was a cold day. I was wearing a sweater. I guess that's why they call it sweater weather. The teapot was cracked and leaking, and that's why I call this case the case of the cracked teapot case. Check out these photo clues and see what you get. Whoops, sorry kid, but I guess I zoomed in way too close here. This clue sure gives me something to chew on. Can you help me figure out what it is? Rats, another close-up. I guess I'll just have to sit back and try to absorb it. How about you? Did you soak up all the information? I'm all out of ideas. Want to take a whack at it? Come on, baby. Serve me one of your ideas across the table. Now, let's look at them all carefully. Well, I don't know how you're doing, but this looks like a job for my dogmatic darkroom computer, the Solutionator. So here's the first tasty close-up. Did you figure it out? It's red licorice. Good work, sugar. What's the next photo? If we get this one, we're well on our way to mopping up the case. A sponge. Okay. This last picture isn't even giving me a sporting chance of getting it. It's a ping pong paddle. Now it's time to really score and wrap up the case. The famous circus tumbling act, the Great Spazoids, were working their day job as house cleaners. They were scrubbing the kitchen of Old Lady Hill's mansion when they spied some red licorice hidden on the top shelf of the pantry. They climbed up on top of each other's shoulders, but still couldn't reach it. Then one of the Spazoids grabbed a ping pong paddle to swat it down with. That's when it got ugly. The Spazoids took a fall and landed on the old lady's china cabinet, thus breaking the said teapot. What's that sound, baby? It's the sound of the fat lady singing 'cause the case is closed. Am I good or what? When it comes to solving crime, I don't have time for petty details and facts. That's why I'm Lens McCracken, photo snoop.
Loading. Check. Next game up. Distraction news.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Dora Smarmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news, and at the end of our newscast, I'll ask you 5 questions about what I've reported. So pay close attention and try not to get distracted. Now, our top story today, flight. For an airplane to fly, it must have air. Air, although invisible, has a lot of power. The power of air pressure. Think of a gust of wind giving you a push. Moving air has a lot of push or lift. An airplane's wings are designed for lift. Air moves rapidly over the top of the wing and slowly underneath. The wings rise when the slow air pushes up from underneath the wing harder than the rapid air pushes down from above. This is the effect of lift versus weight, or the Bernoulli principle. Once in the air, the plane flies forward because of thrust from the power of the engines. Thrust makes the plane go faster. Drag slows it down. So the sleeker the shape of the plane, the faster it goes. During takeoff, thrust must be greater than drag, and lift must be greater than weight, so that the airplane can become airborne. So in other words, fasten your seatbelts and put up your tray tables, because we've got liftoff. Let's see how well you were able to remember the facts, and be sure to count how many you get right. What must an airplane have to fly? Bags of peanuts, flight attendants, or air? The correct answer is air. Moving air has a lot of icicles, lift, or speeding tickets. The correct answer is lift. What part of the plane is designed to make air move rapidly over the top and slowly underneath? The wings, the wind fairy, or wind chimes? The correct answer is the wings. What is the term for this effect? The spaghetti principle, the Bernoulli principle, or the high school principle? The answer is the Bernoulli principle. What is the opposing force to thrust? A hurricane, a stop sign, or drag? The answer is drag. So how did you score? Ready to be a pilot? Not me. I'm afraid to fly. Speaking of flying, I've got to run because we are all out of time. Goodbye, and remember, don't let anything distract you from watching Distraction News.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
That was cool. Let's play another. Next game on the way. Dirty Pictures. Finish loading. Check. Ugh, revolting slob.
You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Observe. Hello, revolting slob.
Huh?
I'd like to teach our viewers a few new words.
Bah!
Big date tonight? What a fetching young lady. But you're not planning on going out looking like that, are you?
Yeah?
Without meaning to offend, you look simply awful. Okay, everybody. Does the revolting slob look A, slinky, B, slovenly, or C, sprightly? The correct answer is B, slovenly, which means sloppy in appearance. By the way, did you put on deodorant? Rule number 1 of dating: if you can smell your armpit, so can she. Well, everyone, is the revolting slob smelling A, malodorous, B, malevolent, or C, malignant? The correct answer is A, malodorous, which means having a bad odor or stinking. Careful now, you might pass out from the smell. We all might.
You weigh 600 pounds.
No, I'm just a little bitty thing. I don't weigh nearly that much.
Oh, yes, you do. 600 pounds.
Now, since I really weigh considerably less than that, the revolting slob must be A, exterminating, B, excavating, or C, exaggerating. The correct answer is C, exaggerating, which means to say something is bigger than it really is. Like me, for example. Now then, let's review, shall we? As you can see, the revolting slob is looking slovenly. My, doesn't he smell malodorous?
600 pounds.
The revolting slob is clearly exaggerating. I weigh nowhere near that much, and that's the last you'll hear on the subject. Oh, and by the way, exterminating means destroying completely. No slobs were harmed in the filming of this show.
Your old pal Eddie Bull here at the exciting Walla Walla Washington Zoo. This week we're going to...
Eddie Bull, he's edible. He really is incredible. He's simply the best of the bunch. There's simply no disguising that he's so appetizing that we want him for our lunch.
Oh, no, not again. My horoscope said, don't be afraid to open new doors. I never listen to those things. Now, you gotta figure out which animal just had me for breakfast. Okay, everybody, here's your first clue. This animal takes 22 months to be born. That means the females are pregnant for nearly 2 years. Holy moly! When this animal grows to full size, it eats 450 pounds of food a day. Whew! That's a lot of chomping. Oh, these animals are very social. They spend a lot of time greeting each other. Hi, how you doing? Good morning. How are you? Hello. And when a family member dies, they congregate for days, carrying the bones to the graveyard. That's so sad. Okie dokie, here's the last clue. This is the kind of animal that never forgets. And it's not because it carries a trunk. Got it? It's the Loxodonta africana, or the African elephant. The African elephant. Hose him down and give him a peanut. That's what I always say. It takes 22 months to be born, eats 450 pounds of food a day. Whew! It's a very social animal, and it has a tremendous memory. Oh no, I hate this part. See ya!
Eddie Bull-He's edible. He really is incredible. And we want him for our lunch.
Hey everybody, are you ready for the 3 R's? Rolling, arithmetic, and rocket! Are you ready? Well, get ready, because I'm gonna blow your mind with Psycho Math! See what I mean? Okay, here's how Psycho Math works. I'll show you a math problem, but instead of numbers, I will show you some pictures. Now here's where you come in. You figure out what numbers the pictures stand for and solve the problem. Get it? You better get it, because I don't have all day. All right then, let's do some Psycho Math. An ice skater skates this number. A figure what? Picture it in your mind. Then add it to the number of letters in the word, word. Word up. See, that is too cool. Then divide it by the number of days in a weekend. And those better be the only days you don't go to school. See, Professor Rocket doesn't even like thinking about skipping school. Now, you got the answer? You take the figure 8 of the ice skater, add it to the 4 letters in the word, word. Divided by the 2 days in a weekend, and the answer is 6. 6. How you like me now? Listen up, because here comes the next one. The number of inches in a foot. Plus the number of points for scoring a dunk shot in basketball. Now just one basket. I'm not talking about no Michael Jordan hoops. Then take away the number of I's in the word Mississippi. Yes, you got to know how to spell it to get the right answer. Now, what does it equal? Okay, 12 inches in a foot, plus 2 points for a basketball score, minus 4 I's in Mississippi, and the answer is 10. And I rate 10 a 10 because it is such a fine number. Okay, last one, because Professor Rocket has a special lady called Algebra calling his name. Take the number of baseball players needed for a team. Just the team, not the bat boy, not the water boy. I'm talking about the team. Subtract the nickels in a quarter, also known as 25 cents. Minus the number of quarts in a gallon. Sherbert, don't even waste my time with Sherbert. Everybody knows that Professor Rocket loves the rocket road. Enough of that. Let's see what it equals. There are 9 baseball players on a team, minus 5 nickels in a quarter, minus 4 quarts in a gallon, equals 0. 0, as in a whole lot of nothing. Congratulations, you did it. Now you earned a reward. All the sherbet you can eat. That's right, you eat it. I think it's nasty. Stay away from my Rocky Road. Everybody knows Rocky Road is reserved for the man that invented Psycho Math. Professor Rocket's out.
Watch your back. Coming through, coming through. Game time in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to play 10 seconds, where you've got to read between the lines and think up the answers before time runs out. So now you know how to play. You're on your own. You got 10 seconds. The miraculous answer is walk on water. Next one. Did you get it? It's tiptoe through the tulips. What's next? Did you get it? Holy cow! It's a triple play! You got 10 more seconds to get the next one. Where are we? It's Times Square! Hey! Well, that's it for now, so keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds until it's once more time to play 10 seconds!
Game time in 10 seconds. Greetings.
Game cartridge loading. Check.
Next game up, Riddle Snake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer, 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 closer. The riddle is, what lies on its back 100 feet in the air? What lies on its back 100 feet in the air? What lies on its back 100 feet in the air? And the answer is a dead centipede. And to all you concerned insect lovers, no centipedes were injured in the making of this riddle. He's actually just resting. Bon voyage.
where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
There are 9 baseball players on a team, minus 5 nickels in a quarter, minus 4 quarts in a gallon, equals 0. 0.
The African elephant! It takes 22 months to be born, eats 450 pounds of food a day. Whew! It's a very social animal, and it has a tremendous memory.
As you can see, the revolting slob is looking slovenly. My, doesn't he smell malodorous?
600 pounds!
The revolting slob is clearly exaggerating.
For an airplane to fly, it must have air. Air, although invisible, has a lot of power. The power of air pressure.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time.